Hey guys, welcome to another Trade Genius podcast. Bob and Phil here. As always, guys, we know exactly when gold's going to take off, and the catalyst might not be what you think. We're going to talk about it in this video, so let's dive in.
Trade Genius.
Hey guys, I want to tell you something that we do that really will change the way in which you look at trading and also absolutely help you increase your profitability and how much money you make. It's the Trade Genius newsletter. We put the newsletter out Sunday night through Thursday night, and this really looks at the plumbing of the markets and helps prepare you for the next trading day and help you make money. And we give you a lot of information. We give you market statistics, we give you market levels, we give you the seasonality, what's happening with different sectors of the market, and we will help you identify whether the market's in a bear mode or a bull mode, or whether it's euphoric, whether it's despondent, and it just puts you in a position to be on the right side of the trade. So take advantage of our offer that we have below, and you'll love it. I mean, one trade that you make with this thing can pay for definitely a month, maybe even a year's worth of service. It's that powerful. Use promo code podcast for 15% off the retail price of newsletter. Thanks for listening.
Bob, you showed me a very interesting chart, and I must say that I'm getting pretty bullish on gold after seeing it.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. It's very counterintuitive, and if you have the chart up there, Phil, it's really predicated, and it makes sense though if you think about it. Is that when the unemployment rate starts to pop, the Fed has to take its boot off the neck of the market, and once it does that, then gold will then respond, to that change in the positive and negative yields and take off. And these aren't short-term moves. Once this secular move happens in the unemployment rate, that's kind of like a freight train,
right?
And then gold will just take off with it too, because the Fed basically has over tightened, and then there's an opportunity now for us to basically make maybe a 1 to 2 year move in the gold markets. And this thing is like 100%. Just look at the last three.
Yeah.
We're setting up again for a beautiful, beautiful move. And the really interesting thing about this, Phil, is that it's like a volatility stop. Every time unemployment gets to the bottom, gold still made a higher low.
Right.
It's making another higher low. And I think this is the one that's going to bust a move. What do you think?
I think that it plays into the where, if you look at gold historically, especially in recessions, it does pretty well. And especially, I would say, in the last couple of recessions, done really well. You'll get your pullbacks here and there, but if you look at like when you start a recession into the point of where the market bottoms out and the bear market's over, and we come out of recession, you'll find that gold does extremely well against this S&P 500. And I find it interesting too that if you look at 2000, we had the same situation levels as far as unemployment goes, and we had an extremely lucrative run in gold. I mean, that basically was like a decade-long bull run. And what's interesting about that is I've always said that I think Bitcoin's setting up for the next cycle run to be similar, where you don't get the big pullbacks. I know this is a yearly chart on gold, but you'll notice, like, look at how many green candles off that 2000 bottom there were. And so I think, I think Bitcoin has a similar setup. And so it's interesting that, we have unemployment here at the same level that implies a similar move. I do think, Bitcoin, sometimes the correlations with gold aren't always there, but I do think if you kind of zoom out, I think you probably find that Bitcoin will do something similar. So this also probably benefits Bitcoin as well. But I do think that the chart doesn't lie here on unemployment, and I think it's an extremely bullish setup for gold. And gold's already, trying to bust out from this area here. This is what you want to see. You want to see ranging at the highs like this, because it'll make for an explosive move higher. So yeah, I think honestly too, I think if this plays into yield curve controlled into 2025, I think you're actually starting a journey to $10,000 on gold.
Yeah. Look, guys, look, this is not a day trade. So, what you want to start doing here is you want to start scaling into your positions that you want to hold for the next 2 years. Okay. So like for me personally, I got Wheaton Precious Metals is my biggest one. I got Hecla. I'm ready to buy Pan American Silver, and I'm going to be buying Barrick Gold. And so that's how I'm going to position this thing. Once this thing starts to move, there's going to be a lot of nice little day trades here and there. But yeah, this is the move, I think. We're going to roll out of energy. We're going to roll into a great bond trade, and then we're going to roll into a gold trade. I think this is how this thing's going to all play out. And they have no choice but to do yield curve control, Phil. No choice whatsoever. And the day that happens, good night, Irene. This thing's just going to rip.
Right. Yeah. And then I think inflation is just, too bad for you if you haven't protected yourself. But yeah, so I think extremely bullish moves for gold. It's historically the most accurate thing here is unemployment. And like I said, Bitcoin probably has some similarities to it. It's a newer kid on the block. So there's probably some more volatile path. But yeah, I totally agree. Beautiful chart. And I think gold bugs are going to finally have their day over the next couple of years.
I agree.
All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching. Please hit like and subscribe. Check out our specials and newsletter over at tradegenius.co. Help you navigate these markets. And we'll see you on the next video. Take care.
Trade